Okay, everyone, welcome to Last Train Out, Liddy's D&D stream of the Nightbane game by Palladium Books. We're joined by our cast from last week. Go around, let everyone introduce themselves. I'm Kevin. I can be found on Twitter at Mjolnir Press. I'm part of the Random Encounters Guild, which I think we actually have something set up in the chat, so...
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, it works.
Look at that.
Hey, we got technology on our side.
Holy cannoli.
So the Random Encounter Guild is exactly what it sounds like. We're just a group of tabletop role players that play various other games. I think last year we probably played 10 to 15 different systems. So, it's a fun place. Try not to let the fact that I'm part of it dissuade you from joining, because I know that it's negative.
We've reached the cap on the amount of self-deprecating you're allowed to do tonight. That's it.
The limit was like here, and you're already like here.
I'm gonna say 15 minutes into the stream, and I've already hit that cap.
Bring it down a few notches, homie.
All right.
Or I'll tell you to get off my lawn.
That's true.
I'm only asking very kindly that you stop talking about my friend that way. That's
okay.
I will
truly abide by your decision. All right, so I'm just going to go in order of what I'm seeing here on this Twitch screen. So, Ned, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're first.
Me?
Oh, my.
Well, my name is Ned Iannacone. I'm one of the founding members of Critical Fail DM and the Goons. I threw a little something in the chat. And we are... Oh, it hasn't been set yet. Mods are checking it. Cool. I tried to be innovative.
Dude, I've typed some things and they
failed miserably. We are an all-inclusive group of goons, and we have our own little podcast, and we're going through 5th edition. We are playing Curse of Strahd. I play a 528-year-old dragon cleric, so I'm the dad of the party, the old man. And yeah, we have a Discord. Our Patreon's up there, and we'd love to have you guys come out and join the fun and join the family.
All right. Next, we have Kelly.
I'm still riding high over beating Radon. So anyway, I'm Kelly Dawson. I'm part of an ensemble cast with Eric Frankhouse Presents. I work a very boring and stressful day job. What else? I love video games. I love playing serial killers. I was told I couldn't play one for this stream, though, so... It makes sense. I come from...
Close enough.
What? No. Listen, I come from the land of serial killers and dairy. See what else?
I wonder if there's been a study done into that. The amount of cheese you have, does that have the ability to produce more serial killers?
Depends on how lactose tolerant you are, I would assume.
Yeah. If you would have asked me if you could play cheese for this game, I would have let you play cheese.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be good. Anyway,
what was the previous quote? I come from the land of serial killers and
killers
cheese.
And cheese. Yes. Let's see. On Eric Frankhouse Presents, we just wrapped up our last episode of Death in Space. It was amazing. We're working on trying to convince Allie in chat to start a short run stream called Two Gilfs and a Goof. So on the 20th, I'll let you know how that goes.
I need more details about that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's approved. Excellent. Allie, get ready. After the 20th. Hell yeah.
What? Two gilfs and a goof. I'm dead.
Ned, you're gonna have to watch the last episode of Death in Space on Eric Frankhouse Presents. That's the only way you're gonna get it. It was gonna be Three's a Crowd, but something happened.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Right.
Oh god.
Judging by the name of the game, I'm just gonna guess that somebody died.
Something gilf related.
Oh my god!
I heard some things about how that season went, and I know that Allie is really pressed about it. So
About Death in Space?
yeah.
Allie, what's wrong with Death in Space?
No, she's not pressed about the game. She's pressed about the fact that it's called Death in Space, and apparently she never died.
Well, okay, see, here's the thing. You have to watch the last episode. That's how we're down to 2 gilfs instead of 3, okay?
Oh, no.
Three's a crowd. I love that. It's all making
spoiler.
sense now.
Spoiler alert.
Anyway, if the next person wants to go, that'd be cool.
All right.
Sorry for all of you who just got spoiled.
Yeah. So next is Halo.
Hi everybody, I'm Halo. I'm posting something in the chat that's much less effort than everybody else's thing. Yeah, I'm Halo, and you can find me at HeyoHalo on Twitter. I am also a one-time DM and now player of Queer Bee Dragons. That is Queerbe Dragons. Dragons. Anyway, yeah, we're a group of friends that were brought together by D&D, and we have so much food and so much fun, and we are starting a new campaign either at the end of this month or at the start of next month. So, you know, follow the link that I posted in chat to follow us and then find out more about that. We would be so happy to see anybody. And I'm also just very happy to be here. Thank you.
And last but definitely not least, Aki.
Hi, I'm posting nothing in the chat. The best way to win the game is not to play. I'm Aki. You can find me on Twitter at MixGenie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. My entire streaming schedule can be found on my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HidariAki. That's SHIVAREAKI. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST. You can catch me with the ladies of D&D as we raise money for Equality Texas, playing our Monster of the Week campaign.
Yeah.
It's going to be really awesome. The tweet about that just went out a few hours ago. But absolutely check that out. We're going to raise some money to fight some of the ridiculous shit that's happening in this country. So please, please, oh please, come and support us. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Make sure to spread the word. And then, of course, you can also catch me on Sundays over at Saving Throws Show. We are now in the penultimate episode of the what is possibly going to be the last season of this iteration of New Pantheon. Not sure yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we are going to continue to try to kick the devil's ass. That happens at 4 p.m. over on the Saving Throws Show. And then you can catch me on Total Party Kills with Scabby Rooster at 8 o'clock. And that is all for now. I have a couple of things that I'll be able to announce soon.
You heard it here first. All right. So, yeah, as mentioned, tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, which is the best time. Don't anyone argue with me about that. It's all about Eastern.
Just living in that future. Okay.
Yep.
Leaving us behind.
Yep. Desert Skies, a Monster of the Week charity stream. A bunch of really cool players, raising money for a very good cause. Any money donated, you're entered into a raffle to win great prizes from Norse Foundry, Evil Hat Productions, who makes Monster of the Week, Staff and Branch, 88 Riddles, who, if you haven't checked out his Etsy store, he makes amazing dice boxes. They're awesome. I've spent way too much money at his store. If my wife ever found out how much, she would kill me.
Uh-oh.
So you should
just keep them so that you can file them under
so that Scott can do a clip. And be
she's probably like logged in, but I don't think she has a Twitch account, so she's not going to be able to yell at me in front of everyone. But it's okay.
But also, you can always write them off as a work expense.
There you go.
True. I could.
Yeah.
Gotta get that LLC life.
No one clip this and send it to the IRS, you guys.
And I want to take a second to plug Streamloots. We have Streamloots cards.
Hey.
We had a bunch played last week to the point where I don't even know how many of them were. There were a bunch were sent into the chat that we have.
I didn't even think we got to be able to play all the ones that got sent to, and there were so many. Thank you so much.
Looking at my list, we played like 2 of them. So yes, thank you very much to everyone. Exclamation point stream loots. We'll bring up the link in chat, and it's awesome. So if everyone's ready, we're going to jump right in. So last week we met all of our characters. We saw how their lives were changed on Dark Day, which was a day where the mirror wall between the Nightlands and Earth weakened, and the Night Lords were able to launch their invasion of the Earth. We have Ned, who's playing Lewis Pole, who is an Athanatos. Day job was a lawyer. He was a public defender, and now he's pretty much a flaming guardian angel of justice. A very important partner at the 7 and 7 law firm.
Yeah.
But Joanna, who's a vampire, was attacked by a elder vampire on Dark Day as her CIA team was attempting to scout out a location, and for some reason she was able to resist the transformation and gain a lot of the powers that a vampire has without becoming a thrall to the vampire intelligence that was controlling it. Shane, who is a Nightbane, who are they're supernatural beings that transform from their normal human facade into amorphous, which could be anything from a ninja porcupine to an anime mech robot. The sky is the limit. And Harley, who is a guardian. Their guardians are kind of an alien-looking race of beings of light power who are super important in the war against the Night Lords. And we found out that they were brought together from the various factions by the Spook Squad to try and reclaim a asset that they have named Baba Yaga, who is a super powerful psychic who was captured by the Night Lords from an underground railroad safe house. The characters went to the site of the kidnapping and did some snooping around as good detectives do, and due to Mr. Pole's object reading ability, was able to take a look at some of the bullet casings left over, and they were able to find that the Baba Yaga and 4 young Nightbane were taken to the town of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, by the Night Lords and their private military firm that they have. So characters are on their way to travel from Nashville down to Muscle Shoals to try and find out where they were taken and hopefully get them back before the Night Lords are able to either kill the Nightbane and Baba Yaga or turn them onto their side, which would be a major loss for humanity and everyone on the planet. Alright. So, to go into some of the backstory about the Night Lords and the Nightlands and everything like that, I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the Wanderer's Diaries, which are a bunch of internet posts that started to pop up in the year 1997, about 3 years before Dark Day happened. They were found on forums and bulletin boards and stuff like that. And some people would find them, read them and be like, oh, this isn't real and everything. But once the events of Dark Day happened, a lot of people on the internet were like, ooh, this is all real now. So, okay. In ancient times, when the first cities made of sun-dried brick rose in the fertile lands that today are little more than deserts, the Baal rose to power. They were powerful sorcerers, the first among the early shamans to carve their knowledge in stone tablets to better preserve it. But their incantations, which helped to bring rain over much needed crops and heal the sick, were not enough for them. They grew hungry for more power, and as it is often the way of man, their craving for knowledge led them to perdition. Chief among the Baal was the sorcerer king Molech. At first, he was a wise and learned man, under whom a city unlike any other grew. Great towers were raised in his name, and thousands lived under his rule. But the desire for power also festered in Molech. He learned new magics. Some say they were, in reality, not new at all, but older spells that existed before man walked the earth, and called upon alien powers from other worlds. And his call was answered, and Molech walked the earth no more. In his stead rose Moloch, something far greater and far baser than any human that ever lived. For Moloch needed the life of others to live and to feed his power. Moloch was but the first. His acolytes, servants, and lovers became beings like himself, and they ruled their cities mercilessly. In the name of Moloch and the Baal, families had to give up their firstborn. The young victims were cast alive into the flames. Their dying agonies would feed Moloch and his kind. And everywhere humans wailed and gnashed their teeth, seeing their children used thus. A man's life years came and went, but the Baal still ruled and slew as they saw fit. Their cities multiplied and new peoples were brought under their sway. But other powers were arrayed against the Baal, and a great war broke out amongst the cities of the Baal and those who would give up their firstborn to cast alive into the flames. Savage was the war, fought with bronze spears and magic, with winged chariots that soared flaming into the sky, and mighty spells laid waste the whole cities. Mighty heroes came to grips with monstrous horrors summoned from the netherworlds by the Baal. The first guardians came from the sky and brought sky fire down upon the city of Moloch, and the slaughter was great. The Baal and their kind were brought low by the powers arrayed against them. Their hosts were slain, their monsters banished. In facing destruction, the Baal escaped through the mirror wall unto the Nightlands. And safe in the darkness, they waited and gnashed their teeth to see their mighty cities torn asunder, their armies hewn down, their power lost. In the Nightlands dwelt the Formless Ones, who had never known a shape of their own, and the Baal came upon them, and used their magics to enslave and slay them. And some Formless Ones were fashioned into warrior monsters, and others forced to take the form of men on earth, to better serve as slaves, and still others were slain or cast out. And the Baal came as known as the Baal Zenecht, the Lords of Night. So, yeah, they're pretty bad dudes, as you can imagine. So, I believe everyone was in a Subaru heading down to Muscle Shoals.
That's right. That's right.
A Subaru.
IIHS top safety rating.
That's right. Gotta make sure everybody here is buckled in. Everyone can also fit, because last time we saw Shane, she was a creature with jet black skin and some horns and some nails and a little bit of leather. I'm not 100% sure, because Joanna was very tired.
I think Lou's in the back seat, and he's got an orange crush in one hand, and he's got a USA Today magazine, like something you pick up at like a gas station.
You didn't get a National Enquirer? What's wrong with you?
No, just one of those really shitty propaganda magazines you see at the checkout aisle. And he's flipping through it, and he's like, huh.
Who was the top couple in 2006?
I don't know. Oh, we gotta get that real quick. Write in if you know. We'll
Was,
oh my God, Brangelina!
Was it?
Yes!
All right.
Yes!
So he's like looking through. He's looking through, and he's like, "Oh my gosh! Hey, did you guys know that Brad was living a double life?"
What?
Yeah,
What?
it says here that he was running a drug cartel.
Are we sure that's not for like some film he was doing?
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. I mean that is the guy married to Angelina Jolie, right?
I mean, are they married? I don't know. I've been sleeping a lot. Let's see.
Do they have any updates on when the Simple Life is coming back?
How come they don't have? How come they don't have that crazy Scientologist and the chick from Dawson's Creek in there? Why are they talking about Brangelina like that?
But wait,
Out of character, I have no idea why
Tom Cruise and Katie.
Why Tom
Holmes?
Cruise and Katie Holmes aren't in there.
but
Oh wait! Oh, it's right here. Look, Tom Cruise joined Scientology. Yeah. It's like, have you read this already?
I mean, he's a. You know what? There's a whole thing with tax evasion, and you know what? I don't want Karen to watch this and harass us, so I'm gonna drop it.
And he kind of just he leans over to Shane. Is like, want some Orange Crush?
no. But wait, give me that though, because I don't want the Orange Crust. I want the magazine.
Oh yeah. There you
Yeah, thank you. And then I immediately look up to see when the new Simple Life episodes come out, because last we heard Paris got attacked by something weird. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's a Night Lord. Who knows?
Yeah, little did you know that Paris Hilton is actually a Nightbane.
That makes a lot of sense.
Actually, yes, she is.
That's hot.
Her Morphous form is doll-like.
Wow.
You're muted.
It's like, I don't want a part of any of this, so I muted myself.
I want to know whether or not Tom Cruise, though, is a Night Lord.
Oh.
No,
Page
the powers
38.
powers of Scientology are greater than even those of the Night Lords.
I feel like the Night Lords
Even
would be
the
like,
ancient
bro.
lords of Babylon could not access Scientology's mystical.
The ancient
right.
lords of Babylon are like, bro, why are you jumping on that couch? You're making us all look bad.
Even they don't know where David Miscavige's wife is.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Oh, those are some Scientology deep cuts for all you in the chat.
I have a lot of time in my hands, just, you know.
Oh, we got a hydration check,
Oh, got a drink.
and I think that's that tells me to pick up this beer. And
Okay, that's literally the opposite, my man.
what? I don't know what
I
you're
mean,
talking about.
I'm doing even worse than he is because I have whiskey. So
Hey!
I mean,
Literal opposite.
I am sponsored by Diet Mountain Dew, so
also
I'm sponsored.
not a way to hydrate.
I'm sponsored by Diet Mountain Dew and LaCroix. Does that count, Aki?
LaCroix counts a little bit more. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we
it's-
are fighting the Nightbane. We don't need water. You know what I mean? Like
We're immortal beings.
We're
That,
immortal
like,
beings.
You know,
And we're fancy here. It's La Croix.
it's
No one in Wisconsin pronounces it that way.
I mean, that's because it's not how it's pronounced. Not even in the place where it comes from. So,
That's what
I
I'm
am
saying. Wisconsin.
all right, let's get on. Let's
Okay.
stay on target here.
Who's driving?
Stay on
Am I
target.
driving now?
Stay on
I
target.
was given
No,
the keys.
I originally, okay, so we drove to the warehouse, and Nate did this weird thing with these bullets. There was fire. I stayed far away from it because I don't like getting my clothes set on fire. And then after that, that's when I turned to Shane, who is in her Nightbane form, like, okay, don't wreck my car. So actually, on our way down to Muscle Shoals, I believe Shane is actually driving because
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is, like when we're driving. But Joanne's like, in case it's like the sun comes up, she's just. So I joked last time that she had a body bag, but that's a little too obvious. So what she has is a sweet Columbia sleeping bag and a little night mask with eyes drawn on it.
You don't have one of those like Thule like camper things on top of the Subaru. You just sleep in there. You kind of curl up and
I mean,
stand there.
I could have one,
Just
but I
toss her
think
in
like when we're
front.
actually traveling, I'm not going to be up in extra storage unit. That might be a little weird. They might think they're taking a dead body across the highway, which I mean technically is true, but
I mean, yeah.
that's a really weird question to answer. So
It's like, well, do we have a dead bot? Technically, yes.
I don't know. Wake her up and see what happens.
More like
depends on your
undead.
definition of
Undead?
dead.
Yeah.
Undead is a little bit more accurate. It's
So I'm in my sweet sleeping bag, and then just no breath because I'm dead with my mask.
So
it's just snoring
does
noises,
this,
but actually no breath.
Does this Subaru have a tape deck at all?
Let me check because it might actually
I
have.
think
Okay,
it's a CD player.
it might have a CD player in it.
Yeah, but a tape deck, there's something specific that I'm looking for if there's a tape deck.
Let's see. Subaru, it's a combo. They have a CD player and a tape deck.
Ooh.
Perfect. So,
Auxiliary.
so Shane has one of those little tape deck adapters with an aux cord.
Oh my
and
god.
has it hooked up to her iPod Shuffle. And that's how you guys find out that the only album that Shane has on her iPod Shuffle is the Spider-Man 2 original soundtrack. So it's Nickelback.
I was gonna say, is that with Hero on it?
Yes, yeah, I think it's that one.
I'm in fucking pain.
So Hero is playing. It's
Yeah,
like
Hero-
playing in the background, and Lou is just in the back being like, "This is really good."
I think at one point, Joanna wakes up, and you just hear, "If it wasn't already dead, Nickelback would be killing me right now." And then just goes back to sleep.
There's
Good.
just if
I don't see
If
how
Harley
society
could-
could ever turn on us.
if you could see Harley's thoughts, because they're not going to say it out loud, but the only thing going through Harley's head right now is just like, oh my god, these people are so white.
Also, there's another like besides
I mean, that's
Hero, there was
that's
another
very
like
true. Do you see how pale Joanna is?
There's white, and then there's, oh god, Nickelback white.
there's,
Yeah.
there's,
I feel like on that list, Joanna might have gone like down a little bit because she was like, Nickelback would have killed me if I wasn't already dead.
Yep.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
No, this is great. Aki loves
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Harley
So-
is questioning everything.
So I looked up the album right now. So we've got there is actually no Nickelback on the Spider-Man 2 album. However, there is Hoobastank, but not the reason. Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional is there. And also
Oh, we lost somebody.
oh
Talking
No,
about this
Paul is
album
like, this
killed
is-
Ned.
Paul was like, wait, Nickelback's not on here? I'm so mad.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm
yeah,
out
no
with
Nickelback.
this.
You know what?
I'm out.
I'll expand it so that there are the OSTs for Spider-Man 1 and 2 are there, but not Spider-Man 3 because that doesn't come out till 2007.
Oh my god. Everything hurts. It all hurts.
So
So do you have Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest on there?
Oh,
okay, yeah, that's all on Shane's iPod Shuffle is only movie
Original soundtracks.
only movie soundtracks. There are no actual like single artist albums or anything like that. It's all like movies that have like not necessarily pop albums, but you know, like that have contributed to pop culture. I mean, there's probably Bring Me to Life by Evanescence because that was on the fucking Daredevil soundtrack.
I mean, okay. Yeah, because I think Joanna would have seen some OAVs done with like Revolutionary Girl Utena. And Bring Me to Life just mashed together.
oh my god.
It all hurts. It all hurts.
Eventually, we're actually gonna fight the Night Lords, you guys. We're getting there somehow. It's a very
Yeah.
long, winding road through 2006.
So anyway, so yeah, that's just going. Shane actually gives the iPod Shuffle to Harley to switch through the songs as they so choose.
Oh, trust me. They are. anytime if the Lord of the Rings soundtrack is on there in any way, shape, or form, they'll stop there. They'll listen.
Yeah,
to
that's
that.
in there. That's probably in there. Just one song though.
And
It's
just to let you
probably-
know that,
Khazad-dûm.
as you're driving, if you get upset at the choice of music, you can write about it on the brand new microblogging site called Twitter.com. That also came out in 2006.
That's
Oh.
right.
Wow.
You can just send text
Okay.
messages about how you're so angry.
Lou pulls out a
Holy
full-size
shit.
Dell laptop and just starts typing his tweet.
See, I was still like hardcore into LiveJournal at that time. So
Yeah, I didn't.
Same.
I think everyone on the internet at that time was, yes.
I didn't switch over to Tumblr until like 2008 or 9. It was around when Glee came out.
Yeah, I got on Tumblr like right around its peak on 2011, 2012. That's when I started.
That was a wild time to be on Tumblr.
Mhm.
Sure was, bud.
Way,
Sure
way,
was, dude.
way in the future, 2011.
By the way,
So
y'all,
we're in this car.
we just got our 15-minute
driving
warning
to
for our
Muscle
first break.
Alabama.
So yeah, what happens? I'm sorry, we got really into too much about
2006
music.
pop culture.
Yeah.
All
went
right,
too
so
far.
yeah, you're
Rain is
driving.
GM.
Yeah,
Just keep
I'm just enjoying the banter. I'm not used to having this in my groups. You know, it's usually just like, hey, role play amongst yourselves. All right, choo choo, plot train going forward. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, not knowing how long it would take from
As long as we're making good time, Google tells me. I'm sorry, MapQuest tells me it would be about 2.5 hours.
there you go. I was pulling up Google Maps to see how long it was going to take, but no. All right, so you
Devil went down.
Lou
to
has
Georgia.
the printed out map quest, and he's like,
take
So-
a left here.
Shane, you're gonna be on this road for like another. Hold on, I lost my spot.
And then it's
Ah,
like
there it is.
construction is like
Another
happening,
hour.
so MapQuest is wrong.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
here, shit, fuck. You
Yeah.
gotta
You
tell
just
me
said we
earlier,
have
bud.
another hour.
Oh,
We got
I'm sorry.
another hour.
Well, it looks like there's a U-turn up there. We can, because it's not New Jersey, you can make a left-hand turn at any time. So,
Or we could stop here really fast,
Oh,
maybe pick
shade.
something up to eat. I don't know.
Throwing shade on that New Jersey. All right, so you were able to arrive.
I thought everything
in-
was legal in New Jersey.
yeah, as long as you don't get caught,
Yeah, and don't try and make a left turn.
don't try to make a left turn.
Four left turns, 4 right turns make a left in New Jersey land.
Yep.
So you arrive in the wonderful town of Muscle Shoals.
Wow, this place is a shithole.
Yeah, I rolled the window. I rolled. Oh, it's automatic window. I rolled the window down. I just kinda
Alabama.
I stick my head out and I go. Yeah, it's cow shit, all right.
Oh.
Well,
An
actually,
ocean.
you probably smell. Yeah, you'd smell the mighty river that the mussels grow in. That the town gets its name from.
This is an actual
Ah.
city in Alabama.
Yes, this is a real place, home of the Fame Recording Studio, which is very, very well known amongst music ophiles. Audiophiles?
And to clarify, Halo does not think this lovely place is a shithole, but Shane is an asshole. So I just wanted to say that really quick. just a quick little.
on the
Aside.
contrary, Ned actually thinks this place is a shithole, and Lou thinks this place is a shithole.
It's Alabama. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's Alabama.
I love you, Scott. Love you, buddy.
Yes.
I don't know Scott well enough to call his hometown a shithole. So
It's fine. Ned probably doesn't either, but he doesn't care. All right. So you arrive. Before you left, you were given instructions by NPCs whose name Agent Rambeau and Agent Cole of the contact to reach out to. The leader of the underground resistance in Muscle Shoals is a gentleman named Zachariah Fontaine. You've been warned that he is a character, and you can meet him at a local diner. They gave you the map quest instructions on how to get to the diner, and he will give you some more information. He'll be able to take you to the safe house that was attacked, where everyone was, that the people were supposed to be brought to here, and kind of give you an idea of where the Night Lord's forces in the town might be, so this way you can do some further investigation.
He's a member of the Underground Railroad?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
I would like to do the Underground Railroad secret handshake with him upon meeting him.
He does. You guys are able to perfectly do the secret handshake. They ask everyone else to turn around, so this way they don't see the secret handshake, because then it's not a secret handshake anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the handshake from Parent Trap?
That's classified.
That's above your pay grade. So unfortunately,
the one with Lindsay Lohan.
You're gonna have to join the Underground Railroad to find out. If you really
while they're doing their secret handshake, I'm gonna go order a peanut butter and Oreo milkshake.
Okay.
Because I don't know how long their secret handshake's gonna take.
Solid
and I'm not
6
hungry,
minutes.
but
It's a 6-minute handshake.
Yes, you arrive at, like, dark enough so this way everyone can operate normally. You don't have to worry about, the sun destroying one of your party members.
Oh, if we show up during the daytime, I'll just sleep in my suit, in my outback.
No, we need your help. We wait until nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the one that has to control all of this. You have to keep everyone on track.
Oh, okay, don't make me pull this diner over. Carly, do you want something to eat? It sounds like they're going to take a while.
Yeah, I'll get some fries or something.
Okay.
Or nachos.
I'm gonna expense it. I'm gonna expense it all.
Bet. Let's do it.
If they got mozzarella sticks, I'd love some mozzarella sticks.
I think at this point, I just grab us like a separate tables while they're doing their secret handshake, but we get like a booth so that we can squeeze Zachariah in if he wants to join us for a meal while he's telling us all this secret stuff, I guess. So yeah,
you have the nice one of those nice corner booths that are like semicircular, so this way everyone can fit in there, and everyone can kind of look at each other. So you arrive, and about 10-15 minutes later, a man dressed in think Colonel Sanders comes walking in, and you see that he's carrying a 6-string guitar on his back. And he walks in, tips his hat to everyone, sits down, and I would do a southern accent, but I'm not going to subject everyone to my southern accent, so I'm just going to talk in my normal voice, because
I feel like you could handle it.
I don't think I could do it, and if I did, it would be like, okay, here's my accent, and then I'm just gonna go back to speaking in my normal monotone voice. So he introduces himself, does the quick, 5-minute long secret handshake, the underground secret
5-minute long.
Time is relative. I mean,
there's nuance, okay? We have different ranks.
It's like each
cell has their own different way of
taking
doing
notes
it.
on a napkin. He's like, "Holy shit, this is intense."
What are you looking at?
Wow, sorry.
I
So I turn to the waitress, the server, like, okay, so French fries,
chili cheese fries.
chili cheese fries. I'll have a peanut butter and Oreo milkshake. I don't know, Lou. What do you want?
Mozzarella sticks, please.
Mozzarella
with
sticks.
extra marinara sauce, please.
Extra
Okay.
marinara sauce
Uh,
for you.
I would-
Shane, I hate to interrupt your.
It's
thing.
cool.
What do you want?
I don't have to look. It's fine. I would like the halibut.
Okay, I guess.
Okay.
If you guys have halibut,
I'll
otherwise
see
walleye or
if
whatever.
we have halibut. If not, then another type of fish.
Or any sort of fish.
I could do that.
Okay.
The halibut.
Sir, Mr. Fontaine, I guess this is a lunch dinner or a business dinner. What is there anything you would like?
I already ate before I came here, but I will take a piece of that wonderful shoe fly pie that's over there on the counter. That's nicely cooling.
Okay, and some shoe fly pie.
So the waitress takes your order, walks to the back, starts getting everything ready. So Zachariah introduces himself, says that he's been working with the Underground Railroad for the past 2 or 3 years now. He's in charge of all the operations in this area, and he doesn't know how this happened. Usually his people are professionals at this. He has helped probably save a couple hundred Nightbane from various, Night Lord attacks and everything like that. So he takes this kidnapping very personally, and he's willing to give you any type of help or support or information that you need while you're here in town, and he'll show you some of the fun spots that are here, that if you want to do the touristy thing. He knows that that's not your primary focus here, but everyone's still gotta have a little bit of fun.
I am literally over here looking up the restaurants, like the top 10 restaurants in Muscle Shoals right now, because that's the type of tourist I am.
He does mention that they have a very,
However, we
very
are not at the top 10.
Yeah, he does mention that one of the places that you should go and check out is there's a local Long John Silver's that makes a really, really good hush puppy.
I love hush puppies. I do love hush puppies.
I love the fact that he's suggesting a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
For hush puppies. So good.
I couldn't remember the other stuff that Long John Silver's. It's been a very long time since I've
No, it's good. Long John Silver's is a nice little throwback. I haven't been to a Long John Silver's in so
Fish
long.
and chips, fish
I don't think I've
sticks.
ever been to one in my entire life.
I was at one probably around 2006, and I never
Yeah.
went back.
Yep, that's probably the only time I've ever eaten it. Attached to a Taco Bell.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Either that or a Nathan's Hot Dogs. And
Yeah,
it was
usually-
at a New
usually
Jersey
Nathan's.
Turnpike stop.
Yeah, it's usually with Nathan's.
So,
I love me Taco Bell.
Mr. Fontaine, would you
Yes,
prefer that or like Zakaria or Zach?
whatever. I'm
Zacky
easy.
boy.
Probably
Zach,
not
my
Zach.
man.
He gives you finger guns.
Ha!
Don't ever do that again.
I just decided that's his thing.
He
Finger
likes
guns.
Zacky
Yeah.
Boy or finger guns?
Finger guns
Both.
all the time.
Por que no las dos?
Yeah, so the reason we came down here is because we actually got a tip that people that had taken our friends for a ride were heading down this way. Something about the Fame Studio? Is that, like, can you tell me more about Fame Studio and maybe what's around it? To see if maybe they're hiding out over there?
Yeah, it's been closed for renovations recently. We did notice some strange vehicles coming into a building not too far from it, about a block or two down from it, a couple of nights ago. I believe that the Night Lords have contracted out to certain private military firms to kind of do some of their dirty work, and they have an office here, so that'd probably be a good place to start. When we're done with eating, I could show you the area, and since it's dark out, it would probably be a good time for a little covert operation if that's what you're looking for. I could go in and help you if you want. I'm no stranger to danger, so but if you want to, you're used to operating on a smaller group, I completely understand.
You got stuff that you need to be taken care of down here, I think.
I
do.
More concerned about you getting spotted with us and then that blowing more of your cover. So If that's not a thing you're worried about, I wouldn't mind having a local guide, but I don't want to put you at any more risk than you might be meeting up with us.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can provide Overwatch. I can stay outside, and if things start to get hairy, I can come in. I'll grab a couple of my more physical members of my team to help out. You know, a lot of our people are very they're more the technical end of things, more logistics and everything. We don't have a lot of heavy hitters in our group because if it comes to combat, things have usually gone really bad. So that's why everyone here is here. I've heard good things.
I think they should stay home this time. Look, yeah, you've got things to take care of here. We were a team that were specifically dispatched to do this, and I would rather your people stay home and safe.
Do you have a printout of the area? Like, as I just pull out crinkled MapQuest paper.
He takes out a Rand McNally atlas.
Wow.
Slams it down on the table. Flips a
Throwback.
couple of pages. Yeah, and shows you the area in which Fame Studio is, and points out on the map where the building is.
Lou looks at the
Cool.
map and then, with a mouthful of mozzarella stick, is like, "Oh yeah, we got this covered."
Harley pulls out an instant film camera and starts taking pictures of the atlas, and is just sitting with Polaroids and shaking them out.
He says, "Oh, you can take the atlas.
also-
I've got plenty of these if you need it."
Oh, I'm keeping these for my purposes.
Travel log. I don't know
Okay.
actually what the kids do these
Yeah,
days.
Shane gives the both of you a look.
I'm like a travel log, right? And then I kind of look and I'm like, I actually don't know what the kids do these days. Do you know of any hotels or motels that are set up for people
Holiday.
working, for a couple months at a time here? I don't necessarily know if that's this type of place.
Yeah, we have a couple. I could point them out to you.
Cool.
One of them is actually right down the road. It is called the "We're Going to Take a Break."
Cool.
That's my favorite place. It's very comfortable.
The 5 and 9 motel.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. So this is where everyone can refresh their drinks, and I can take a look at all my notes and see all the things that I missed that I was supposed to do for character building.
You're muted, I believe.
How about now?
Now we
Not
can-
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. Hope you didn't miss us too much.
I mean, chat's quiet right now, so probably not.
Welcome to 2006 references. The
might
game.
also include a little bit of playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I just lost the game.
Okay. No. We're not doing this.
No.
Come on,
Why are you
no.
bringing that back? Stop it.
Oh, that's where we draw the line of 2006?
Yes.
That's where we draw the line.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Glad we know where we're standing on that.
Not in my house. Not today. Not on the day of Kevin's birthday.
Oh my god, you guys, real quick.
Uh-oh.
In 2006, Justin TV started.
Justin TV?
Yes, the precursor to Twitch.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
You're welcome, everybody. All right, let's get into it.
And that was brought to you by Deep Cuts of the Day.
It was brought to you by
Please save us from ourselves, Kevin.
It was brought to you by Internet History. All right, so we fade back in, and we see that it's August 1991. See a man dressed in a green military uniform speaking into a phone. He says our forces are in place. Have our forces move in and arrest Yeltsin, and we will ensure the future of the Soviet Union. He hangs up the phone and smiles, looks out upon the red square, upon lines of soldiers and tanks. We see a dacha on the Black Sea. President Boris Yeltsin is sitting at his desk looking at the sea. He's reading some files in various manila envelopes on his desks. He hears the sounds of screaming and gunfire outside. He jumps up and runs to the door of the room to ask his guards what's going on. Just as he reaches the door, 2 smoke grenades land on the floor in front of him and his guards. All 3 of them run coughing back into the office. A few minutes later, the doors break open and 3 men dressed in all black come into the room, wielding AK-47s. They yell at the guards and they're charged to get on the floor. The black-clad men zip-tie the wrists of all 3 men. The lead Spetsnaz officer keys his radio and says the package has been secured. Mother Russia is safe. The camera pans out and we see 2 armored personnel carriers pull up in front of the dacha and a bunch of soldiers exit from the vehicles. That night, we see more military forces have arrived on site and guards are stationed everywhere. We see a pair of guards patrolling around the walkway to the beach, and we see a figure walk up to them. The guards raise their rifles at the person and tell them to stop. The guards see a middle-aged woman dressed in traditional Eastern clothing walking up to them. I'm sorry, I seem to have gotten lost in the dark. Can you tell me where I am? The woman asks the guards. One of the guards walks forward with his rifle raised. As he takes a few steps forward to the woman, he's tossed into the air. The other guard points his rifle at the woman, and before he can squeeze the trigger, he falls to the ground, screaming in pain. We cut to the hallway in the dacha, and we see 2 guards, dressed in standard Directorate A military uniforms, standing outside the room from before. One of the guards speaks into his lapel mic asking for an update, but he receives no reply. The other guard notices an older woman walking into the hall towards them. He raises his rifle and suddenly both men drop their weapons and clutch at their eyes, unable to see. The woman walks forward to the guards as they fall to their knees. The guard on the left screams, "She's real! It's Baba Yaga! Help us!" The door to the makeshift cell holding Boris Yeltsin opens. The bodies of 2 guards laying on the floor, not moving. The woman walks in and goes over to Yeltsin's chair he is bound to. "Hello, Mr. President. I am here to get you out." Yeltsin looks on in awe and asks how the lone woman could have gotten there. The woman just smiles a wicked smile. Camera pans away from the dacha to reveal the smoking remains of the armored vehicles and various bodies of Spetsnaz troops all around the dacha. All right, so you guys are sitting in a diner in Muscle Shoals.
Huh? I'm sorry?
This is all fine. Everything is fine.
Oh boy.
Something tells me this woman was not taken against her will.
Yeah, something tells me Baba Yaga's
I feel like she may have been taken against her will because according to Wikipedia, unless things drastically changed in the world of Nightbane, Boris Yeltsin was the president from 1991 to 1999. So that may have been a flashback to her actually helping.
Oh, true. True that. But she's got some pretty nasty tactics.
She's very, very powerful. And if she was taken, that means whatever we're dealing with is also very, very powerful.
Or she wasn't taken.
Or she wasn't taken. Either way, we're dealing with a very powerful Baba Yaga or a very powerful thing that got a hold of Baba Yaga.
I mean, either way, none of us actually know about this because we're sitting at a diner.
Yeah, this is not a real
watching someone
conversation.
eat a shoe fly pie, and Joanna's like, "Oh, that's horrifying."
What actually is shoe fly pie? Is the question.
I think it's like molasses pie. I think.
So it's just made of sugar, which is
pretty much. It's called shoe fly because the flies will come by it. You have to shoo them away because it's super sweet. So it's one of those things that like I eat like one slice every summer when I'm in a place that serves it, and then the rest of the year I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Need to have it again.
Yeah. Brown sugar, cinnamon, baking soda, water, pie shell.
Wow.
So,
There you have it.
all right. So that is concluded the Ladies of D&D Baking Hour. Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. I'll be here all week. All right.
Follow us
So
for more hot takes on food.
and it didn't come with a 3-hour long story about how my kids overcame adversity of being lactose intolerant before you find out how to make these really nice nachos.
Oh, thank you. Thank God.
So the food comes out. Food's very good. Nice down home Southern cooking. Zachariah says, you're free to leave whenever you want. We have guards stationed at all the major roads out of town, so this way if they try and move, out by truck or car or something, we'll find out about it and be able to follow after them.
Shane eats like a barbarian, like not necessarily with her hands, but like she's like spearing shit with her fork and like almost violently eating. But like gives him this kind of look. It's like, kind of, yeah. And it's just like, so how are you actually doing here? Like, she like takes this gigantic bite of mystery fish because they probably didn't have the halibut.
It's probably catfish.
Yeah, probably catfish. Yeah, that's what somebody said in chat. So, but she doesn't seem to notice the difference. Yeah, just like tears off a chunk with her teeth, and she's like, "So, how is the organization here?" She is asking beyond the mission. Like, how is your group doing?
We're doing fine. We don't get a lot of traffic through here, so we tend to take the higher priority people because we're not as on the radar of the groups that are trying to stop us from doing our job. So, we don't get called on much. He points the guitar on his back. I'm a musician in my civilian life, so I just kind of come and help out. But unfortunately, this is something big, all hands on deck kind of thing. So I was called in to try and take this out.
Understood. Stab, screech, bite.
So the recording studio?
Yeah, the recording studio or the place that's a couple blocks away with the strange vehicles driving through there.
We should be able to get a better beat on it once we're actually in the area.
Yeah, let's wrap up our meal, I guess, and then we can go check it out. So I believe Mr. Fontaine is going to hang back with his crew. And we'll just do a drive-by.
Without guns. Minus the gun.
Oh, well, I mean, why not? Just roll around with your guns. I mean...
I'd rather not murder anybody just cause.
I mean,
okay.
You guys don't have holsters?
Ulcers?
Holsters?
Oh.
Like, as they're leaving, and she just opens up her nondescript black and gray pin state suit, and you just see the holster right there tucked into her side. No, okay, just me.
No.
I don't know. I've never.
My staff is collapsible, so it's probably like tucked in like a hip like holder.
I've literally never used a gun in my entire life.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
never
That's
really
not something
had
you
the
should
use
tell
for
us
one.
right now.
No, I'm glad, because that means I know who to not give my piece to in case things go south. All right, everybody.
I mean, I can use a gun. They're just boring and dumb.
Lou will pick up the check and look at it.
Sorry
You pay
to
for
that,
that, big man?
If I could have that, please.
Oh yeah, okay. I was good.
This is a business trip.
Oh.
It's legitimately a business trip.
Got it. Taxes and all that.
Taxes, yes.
Got it.
Zachariah
Proper
stands
reporting.
up, pulls out his big, money clip, slaps a $50 bill on the table, and says, "All right, we can go. I got this."
And then Shayna's like, "No, I've got it."
I don't got nothing. Let's go.
Everyone, just head out. I will settle with the server.
She slips the 50 into her pocket.
Yeah, no. Shane puts down $1.25 in change.
Oh my god.
Literally does
Listen.
not try to pay any money for this.
So I pull the server aside and I'm like, listen, work's kind of weird. I can't tip over 20%. I can do a 19.5% tip, and then I'll just cash you out for the rest. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it
good to me.
Concourse? Concourse is a whole thing. I don't recommend dealing with it, so I'm just sitting there doing business, like making sure I pay her out enough that it doesn't get flagged by our expensing report.
By ADP.
Yes.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Business
This has
done
been
here.
bureaucracy in the back offices with Ladies of D&D.
Welcome to the riveting world of Nightbane, where we're bogged down by
We're
bureaucracy.
very, very sorry, chat. We promise at some point we will actually do the mission.
We're getting
Alright,
there.
so-
I'm just making sure we're paid. We're all paid up and ready to go, and we're not breaking any of my company's
Tax
rules. Let's
laws.
go.
Yeah.
Tax laws.
All right, so everyone has opened up their Excel sheet. Now we're going to type into the first cell.
No, I'm just like snapping.
3.21.
I'm just snapping
It all
pictures with my
hurts.
BlackBerry, because that was a thing in 2012 and back in not 2012, 2006, and they were sold on the basis of being super secure for business types. So
Shane is just like, I think taxation is theft, and therefore I don't subscribe to it at all.
well, taxation helps pay my salary, so it is what it is.
Oh.
Let's go, anarchists.
All right, so you pile into the Subaru. Zachariah's got a motorcycle outside. He puts his helmet on. Just wear your helmets. It's good. And
This guy's a badass.
The white suit after Labor Day. We could do without that.
he says, "I'll follow you for a little bit. When you get a couple of blocks away, I'll go turn off and do something else. But I'll lead you in the right direction. The MapQuest directions are a little strange. We had some road work here recently, and they haven't really updated their information.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully, someday in the future, some company will figure out a way to get the information like that. But if anyone can think of that, that's $1 million idea."
No way technology is going to get any better than it already is right now.
Yeah, there's no way.
So imagine if you had a phone that you could look up things on.
You can do that now. It just costs a lot of money.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
In full color.
Lou
Yeah.
is just Lou is
Your Palm
sending a text via his
T9 input.
his Motorola Razr T9 input.
Yep.
Just
Yeah, I have a Nokia. You have a Razr. You have a BlackBerry.
Yep.
I have a Motorola Juke. I know I said I had an iPod. I know I said I had an iPod.
oh
But
my
this is-
god.
But there's also a Motorola Juke in there.
Well, not everything fits on the iPod, so you have to have a second device for the rest of your music.
Exactly. Like
That
my
you-
iPod only holds 50 gig or 50 megabytes of music.
Oh my gosh.
You've
All
downloaded
right.
a lot of music off of Napster, so you have to,
And my
have
wire.
multiple storage devices. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you start taking the drive. It's a nice, it's a new moon, so there's no moon out, but you do see nice, the stars are out. It's a nice peaceful night. There aren't a lot of people walking around, because it is probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And you drive about 10 minutes, and you see a weird glowing figure on the side of the road.
Can I do a lore demons and monsters or a lore Nightbane?
Sure.
I need dice for this game. I've been too busy
Yeah.
arguing. Let me get my dice.
Cool.
Yeah, I only pulled my dice over like about halfway through the first hour of this game.
Is there a help? A help? What's it called? A help action that I can do?
No, there was no real aid.
There's
That's
no
okay.
assisting in this game. It's the dark. It's the dark past.
I got it. That's an 18 under 90.
All right, so as you're coming up closer, it looks like a ghost or something. And you look at it as you get closer, you see it looks like an extra from an Old West movie, pointing a rifle at you as you're driving closer.
Anybody see that ghost?
Yeah. Is there like a what can I do to sense if this is a hostile thing that can actually hurt us? Is that something I can do?
Let me take a look at your character sheet and see if you have any powers that can do that.
Oh yeah, I can probably look that up. Not really.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no, not so much. Okay.
I can though. I have empathy.
Oh,
All right, let's see. I'm going to try and roll a save against your empathy.
I will spend one of my ISP points for that.
All right, so you slow the car down. You reach out with your mind, and you're not getting any emotions off of whatever it is you're looking at.
I can't sense anything off of them. Either because they're a ghost or because they are too strong for my empathy to attach to.
maybe we should all just get down, just in case. I'd rather not be shot by a ghost today. It hurts. And
Well, I can shoot it back if it makes you feel any better.
Can I
well,
roll?
I can also shoot it back, but
I thought you didn't like guns because they're boring. I say as I roll perception to see if there's anything else. Either roll perception or detect ambush. I would like to do.
Yeah, detect ambush is good.
I don't shoot guns. You're right. Did you not see the spikes?
Don't rip my. Are you transforming in my car right now? Do not rip the upholstery. I just got that replaced 2 months ago.
You kids, you look in your rearview mirror and you see like half a grody Morphous face slowly fade away.
and Lou is like, whoa, hey, spikes.
I got a 44 out of 50 for detect ambush.
All right, you look and you see a ghostly form pointing a rifle at you on the side of the road.
Well, I saw that. I'm
seems-
looking to see if there's anything else.
No, it does not
Like,
appear
are they
there's
hurting us
anything
in
else.
anything?
So Zachariah pulls up next to you and he motions for you to roll down the window, and he says, "Yeah, don't worry about
I
that.
have
That's
power windows.
okay. I mean, it's still rolling down the window, even if it's power.
Yeah.
It's like Xeroxing, He
Yes,
says
Xerox.
he points over at the ghost. He's just like, don't worry about that. That's Mountain Tom Clark. He's an old outlaw from the 1800s. That was his body. He turns and looks around. He's buried under the street right over there. Sometimes his ghost pops up and doesn't actually do anything. He just kind of scares the kids.
Cool.
Shane flips off the ghost. Fuck that guy.
Does he need to be ushered to the other side, or?
Is he like a friend?
No, he was
Buddy of yours?
he was a pretty bad guy when he was alive. So,
So
It's
this is
probably good
basically
that
the only
he's-
thing that's standing between him and eternal hellfire.
yeah.
You should
guess-
exercise him. I dare you.
I don't even know if I have the power to do that.
I feel like we have more important things to worry about than some cranky old man from the
Yeah, we should try and find Bobby.
from the Old West.
Wait. Like as we're driving, But wait, does he have the ability to speak? Because it's entirely possible he's here to stake out us coming.
You could go over there and try and talk to him if you want.
Mr. Fontaine, is this gentleman known to actually talk to people or work for undesirables or anything like that?
No, he's just we keep trying to exercise him and he comes back.
That's a pretty forceful spirit.
Maybe he saw something and maybe he'll actually talk to us for like a can of chewable tobacco or something.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
I mean, if you have ghost tobacco.
Yeah, can we pull over?
Yeah, you pull over. I mean,
I
you
will
kind of
pull
stop
over.
at this point. You know, I figure that if something's pointing a gun at you, you're not just gonna be like, I'm just gonna keep driving and be like, oh. Wow,
I actually was getting
ready.
I was actually getting ready to like speed up and do evasive maneuvers, but if it's just a ghost who just sits there like a knob, then I guess we can try and talk to it.
Like a knob.
Damn ghost knobs.
All right, let's talk to this ghost.
Yeah. Shane will go up to him with her arms crossed, looking very grumpy and very imposing, I think, with her big ol' like fucking claw scar on her face, furrowed brow and shit. All right, shit heel.
So the ghost looks very confused because of your, not human look. I'm
in my regular form.
You're
She's just big ass
sassy feminine presence coming up with a scar.
Yeah,
insulting this man.
Yeah, she's just got like a big fucking roadie scar just on her face.
This poor ghost. She's just coming up to give him
This poor ghost just wants to harass teens, and she's
shit.
coming up to give him the business.
Yeah, so he's just, he's pointing the rifle between everyone walking up, looking really like scared.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna defend myself.
Well, if you tell me what I want to know,
you're on my property.
Oh God. Well, if you tell me what I want to know, then you won't have to use it. You won't have to protect yourself from anything.
I think y'all should leave.
That's not going to happen, so you might as well just tell her what she wants to know.
I don't know nothing.
Can I roll a sense motive on that? Let me see what I have here. I have.
Yeah, if anyone has any powers they could, they want to try and sell me on, or a skill that they, think might work.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, actually, you go first, and then I've got an idea.
So.
I want to give it a shot. I want to try to... Is there a way that I could use object read on him?
No, he doesn't have a... I mean, if you dig up his body, you could, but it's, kind of under a bunch of street.
What if I went and put my hand, on the street? Could I,
Sure.
Give it a shot? Maybe...
You could give it a shot, sure.
All right, cool. So, so Lou's gonna, look at the ghost and then go... Where was he buried? Over there?
Yeah, Zachariah points. He's just like, yeah, I think the body was somewhere over there.
Okay. And Lou just starts, walking toward that area. And almost instinctively, as he gets over, where he thinks the body is, he stops and he's like... All right. And he crouches down and he kind of, hikes up his slacks and he puts his hand on the asphalt and his eyes, roll back. And he's going to try. He'll try... And he's going to try for present. He's going to try to do... That's 40%. I need.
All right.
And that is a 37 under 40.
All right. So you're, the flames around your eyes, intensify. The ghost looks at you a little weird, like, dude, I'm a ghost, but what the heck is what are you doing?
In the busiest intersection of Muscle Shoals?
And that's why I'm just like...
Yeah, his hands on the ground, and he just yells at the top of his lungs.
Shane
He's like,
just-
"Ignore me!"
You're just overwhelmed by
just melting asphalt in the middle of the busiest intersection of the city.
just by you see brief 1-second snippets of just various people. You see, someone tucking their child in, someone watching television, you see shower water hitting someone in the face. You just, someone up late on their computer. You just are overwhelmed by the amount of information you have, and you snap back out of it, and you're like, you've got a slight headache. So you have a minus 10% for your on skill rolls for the next hour or two.
Fuck.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I see Lou Pole doing that in the middle of the street. I look over to our ghost friend, and I'm going to use hypnosis suggestion to be like, hey man, this is probably drawing a lot of heat in this area right now. Why don't you just tell us what you want to know, and we'll just get right out. And I'm putting the emphasis on tell us what we want to know so we can leave, so that none of us draw any more attention than we already are.
All right. Ooh. All right, so you see him, his ghostly form kind of flickers a little bit, and you can see that he's trying to fight back against your psychic powers, but he's not able to. He just, kind of stops and monotone. He's just like, I don't know anything. I haven't seen anything. I'm stuck on this mortal plane in this form. If only I hadn't been so cocky in real life, maybe I would be able to cross over into my fitful afterlife. And he kind of snaps back into it. He's like, what did you do to me?
I was trying to get you to tell us what you knew so that we could all cut out of here, including you, before someone starts making phone calls to the cops. But it seems like you don't know much, and you're just real salty about how you lived your life, so...
Putting the whammy on me.
That's, sometimes that's the thing that happens when people aren't being cooperative, but you know what? No harm, no foul. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. I actually don't know if would you stop setting the asphalt? He's melting the asphalt.
No, I'm gonna talk to it. I'm going
Lou
to
starts
talk to him
walking back
about
over,
this.
and he's like, anybody got any Tylenol?
Hey, bud.
Ow. Yeah?
I'm gonna need you to not fucking do that in public.
Harley, do you just want me to take you to the hotel and drop you off so you don't have to deal with this?
No, I would like instead for us to maybe get in the car and keep going, because
We're drawing.
I
we're drawing a
also
lot of
still
attention.
have a job to do.
We're drawing
So
a lot
why
of
don't we
attention.
freaking get out of here?
Come on, let's go. Go.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything.
All right, so
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
reach
just
over
go
to
ahead.
I reach over to my glove compartment and I pull out a bottle with some Midol.
No, no, he doesn't deserve pills right now. You need to be more aware of where you are when you do shit like that.
What do you... okay.
Yeah?
You were touching the ground and then it started melting and
Lou
there was
looks
fire.
Lou looks behind him and he sees just a smoldering heap on the asphalt, and he goes, ah, fuck.
So anyway, we're gonna keep driving.
Damn it.
So I'm gonna need us to so for this mission to continue, I'm gonna need us to come to an agreement right now. Before you use any of your powers, which I'm sure are cool and useful, they have been useful so far. I'm gonna need you to have a moment where you think in your brain, who's watching right now?
Yeah.
Who could be watching right now? And then if the thought comes up, civilians could be watching, could be seeing this right now. Don't fucking do that.
You just see his hair burst into flames.
Fucking Christ.
Like he doesn't even have any control over it. Like it's
literally just could you not burn my
Oh shit! And he starts like patting his head out, patting like the hair out, and it goes out.
Do you have any idea why they put you on? I mean, I'm not asking this to be facetious. I'm legitimately wondering why it is they put you on this mission. Do you know why?
I mean, yeah, I know why.
Do you care to share that with the rest of the class?
Well, let's just hope I'm not needed.
And that's why I've been assigned to play his babysitter. Although it's not necessarily the best matchup, I've been one of the few agents to be able to wrestle him down a little bit.
Because, well, I don't remember much of when I change, but when I do change...
There's a reason I studied how to be impervious to heat and fire.
Yeah.
It's like pull up to wherever we're going.
And I look, I look Harley in the eye, and I'm like, "You're a guardian, right?"
Yeah.
So you get it. No Nightbane. It is safe when I turn.
I'm sorry?
And he looks her dead in the eye and he goes, "You heard me."
So anyway, I think we're at our location.
Like that.
That's why I'm here. To make sure you don't get hurt, Nightbane.
And I guess I'm just here to fuck myself then.
I mean,
we could go get a cup of coffee after this is all over.
I'm just saying, me, Nightbane, in group with man who is like, no Nightbane is safe around me.
That's why I'm here.
I'm also not safe around him, and yet here I am. So
I am arguably the only one who is safe around him, and that is why I'm here.
I have other places I could be that are more important.
I don't know. Baba Yaga seems pretty fucking important.
Let's go check this out. If it's a dead end, we can go.
Have we not been driving this whole time?
I don't drink.
Just driving. We're just driving.
I've been circling the area trying to see like if I can. Like you guys are arguing, and then I'm like, don't set my car on fire, and I'm looking out to see if there's any suspicious vehicles, like what Mr. Fontaine told us about earlier.
All right, so I'm guessing now would actually be a great time to do precognitive sense. Are we actually in the area where all of this, like where that was pointed out to us by Fontaine?
He was like, yeah, just go past the ghost, turn a left, make another left, make a right.
All right, so now would be the time when I could actually use my precognitive senses then.
Stop at the Pizza Hut.
It's in the map quest directions, isn't it?
Combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
I think there were 2 different buildings I could possibly be in.
Yeah, so on your left, you pass by Fame Recording Studio. It's obviously closed since it's at night. But you do, those of you with, supernatural senses, you feel like an energy coming off of this building. Like you're not quite sure what it is, but there is something special about this building. It doesn't necessarily feel evil. It feels like it's, more of like a positive feeling, but you don't think that that's where, you need to be looking. But you do look, about a block and a half away, you do see a building that looks suspicious because it looks like it's going out of its way to not look suspicious. Like your average person, you'd see it and be like, okay, cool, it's a building. But since all of you have experience in these kinds of things, you look at it and you're like, there's something weird about that building. Something's not quite right.
Do I clock any of that, Kev, from the bullet touch that I did? Like seeing them like...
Yeah, it looks like it might actually be... It's either this building or one that looks very similar to it from what you remember. So if someone wants to give me a streetwise roll, they can
do that.
try and find like a good place to, stash the car and maybe, take a look, approach the building a little bit better.
Wow.
I'm guessing my precognitive senses would have given me a strong, definitely that building.
Yeah, you're definitely getting some hokey vibes from this one.
And I kind of lean forward and I put a hand on Joanna's shoulder and I go, "That building. I saw that in the vision."
I can confirm that.
Okay.
My whole body is screaming at me. That's the place.
I will kill the lights and idle the engine if you want to check it out. As my PDF crashes on me. What is happening?
All right, so all right, so you see, it's a one-story building. It looks like they're, looking at it, you see windows, like a couple of windows on the floor, and there's a like a heavy-duty door. But looking at the windows, it doesn't look like they look like they're decorative. Like they might, there's glass on the outside, but like recessed a couple of inches in. Like it looks like reinforced, material behind it, which, your average person.
Stripper club.
Yes, you hear.
You're too young.
It's coming from inside.
Listen, Harley is 22. They can go to whatever club they would like.
Too young.
Damn straight. Which is not what I am.
Oh.
We can figure out our celebration plans after we accomplish our missions.
Can Lou go ahead and put an ear up to the door and see if he can hear anything inside?
Yeah, you put your ear up there and you hear sounds coming from inside, but you can't there's nothing intelligible, you just hear sounds of activity coming from inside the building.
Oh, in that
Hello,
case,
sir. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, in that case, I would like to change into my Morphous form and use my special sense with my ear up against the door.
I also have presence sense, just that I can spend an ISP on. That lets me know if there are supernatural or magical creatures in the area.
Oh snap! Do it up.
So for your presence sense, you definitely sense supernatural or magical creatures, besides the ones that are standing there outside with you. And you go up to the door and you see that it is locked. It has a nice electronic keypad. Looks like a really high tech kind of lock.
So I'm gonna fire off 2 powers. I'm going to do Mind Block.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make myself. Let's see. I cannot. Hello. Yes. Hi. When I use Mind Block, a cat comes up to attack me.
That's how the Mind Block works.
That's exactly how it says it in the PDF. It's like,
yeah,
you do Mind Block, a cat attacks you for pets.
It's a little known side effect of using that psychic power.
Yep. So I'm gonna fire up
Because
Mind
you cannot block your mind from a cat.
That's right. And then, knowing who I'm hanging out with, and I don't know if we're going to run into any explosives or anything in this building, I'm going to activate Impervious to Fire and Heat, which lasts for 15 minutes, because we're level 5. So that's going to be 4 and 4. I'm tracking my ISP. Any other ways to get in here, or do you guys want me to try popping this electronic lock?
I mean, this will probably be the place that we're least expected, since there is a fancy lock. But before we do that, though, what is our plan? I don't want to go in there blind.
Is it a keypad, Kevin?
Yeah.
Like a number pad thing?
Yeah.
Whoa, hi.
All right, give me 1 second.
I think quick and dirty might be the plan. Get in, locate Baba Yaga, neutralize any potential threats, and get out.
Oh,
with
Lou,
as little muss and fuss as possible.
Lou, could you use that weird object read and see if you can pick up the code
I can
from
give
the
it a
last
shot.
user?
And he puts his hand on the thing, and he's gonna roll for impressions, so that he can see if he can pull out the. And that's a 14. Damn, I'm rolling rocks.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
All right. So, you're able to figure out what the code is, but you see that a key card is also needed.
Shit.
It's 2-factor. They're ahead of their game with technology.
Joanna, it's 2-factor. Needs a key card and a punch code. I got the code, but
Would that
Is there
give me
anything magical about this key lock, like this electronic lock?
No, it appears to be all technological.
would that information from Lou possibly give me a bonus on my locksmith?
Sure. You know what? Because we've gotten a couple of wonderful people in the audience who've played a couple of scene advantage cards. You look down and you see something in the bushes next to the door. It looks like a small credit card sized card.
Oh,
Somebody
shit.
was being very, very irresponsible with their key card.
You wouldn't believe how many cards actually get sent back. Like you lose them, and it says, "In case you lose this, please send it to this PO box." We unfortunately receive a lot more than we would like to admit. Good job, Spook Squad. Anything you want to do before we pop this, Shane?
Yes, I would like to listen in. Use hyper awareness and press my ear up against the door and use my hyper awareness as amorphous to try and hear what kind of activity is going on. Like, we know there's people, but are they civilians or are they people that we're going to need to fight? Because I also don't want to go in guns blazing if there's just a bunch of guys there, right?
I know that there are supernatural guys, and I would have told you that.
But we don't necessarily know. Like, I'm
Right,
a
right, right,
supernatural guy, you know?
But yeah, I will at least let you know that we're dealing with people who could potentially have powers of some kind.
Right. I don't want to hurt them if they don't need to be hurt either.
All right,
Fair
so give me do you have detect ambush or the surveillance systems skill?
Detect ambush. No.
I do. I have detect ambush.
No, the only espionage skill I have is intelligence. But my hyper awareness does give me a bonus to like perception checks or perception rolls.
Okay, so let's see. All right, give me a perception roll. Give me a d20 plus the +3.
That is a 16.
Okay, I'll say that's good enough. All right, so you're able to sense. You hear movement, and sitting there for a little while, and with Harley's present sense, you're able to figure that there's probably like 3 or 4 things moving around in there. You're not quite sure. The Harley has sensed like normal humans before, and this doesn't feel like normal humans, but the sounds that you're hearing from inside, it doesn't sound like, it sounds like something that's bipedal is walking around. Like, you don't hear, forehead, like anything, quadruped or anything like that, or, weird squishy noises from, a Cthulhian horror or something like that.
Okay. I think in that case, then Shane is going to turn off her Morphous form and just look at everybody and be like, I can't tell if they're friend or foe. So I guess be ready and shoot if they shoot first. I guess.
Let me try one more thing, guys. I don't think we need to. I don't want to make any assumptions. The last thing the Spook Squad needs is another lawsuit. I'm gonna use empathy to see if I can sense any what the intentions are of the people in this place. Like, are they professional? Are they wary? Are they on edge, waiting for someone to bust in? Are they just normal people chilling? Like, hey man, I can't wait for our poker game to start.
Uh-oh.
Are they just hanging out at the water cooler? What's up?
All right, so you reach out into beyond the wall with your empathy, and you're not getting a lot of, you feel presences inside, but you're not getting a read off of them.
Okay.
Because I just rolled like 3 natural 20s on my special die. Scott loves that die, by the way. He's been on the receiving end of it a couple
Oh,
times.
is it the it's the special die that
Yeah,
The die that you've had to retire in your home game because it only ever rolls natural 20s.
Yep, my
Wow,
smoked
thanks.
D20.
So
Thank you,
here's
Chesnix.
Shakes
the
my
cool
head.
thing. Here's the cool thing. So I'm gonna jump to the worst case scenario, and I say, well, either they're brain dead, they have very good mental blocks, or they're all cold-blooded serial killers. So,
I think
I'm
we've
gonna
done
go-
our due diligence.
I think
here.
we've done our due diligence. I think we should just try and bust in, perhaps quietly, but bust in nonetheless. They're gonna know something as soon as the door opens.
All right, so you want to try and, lock pick the lock, locksmith your way in, and or do you want to just put the?
We've got the key and we've got the
You got the
code.
key card and the code. All right,
Yep.
So you put it in.
So I
and,
slide the key card, and I press in the code 1, 2, 3, 4.
How did you know my luggage password?
And I just and I look at Joanna and I go.
006.
I just go.
Click.
So the door opens, the outside door opens, and it.
Staff
And then
is out.
the inner door, which was, it's made of the same kind of reinforced material that's behind all the windows, that opens, and it opens up into a like an office building, and we're going to take that time to take yet another break. So we're going to refill our drinks, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Everything's fine.
Hey.
All right, so we open up on the scene of a dusty warehouse. We hear chanting in the background. A group of people in black tactical gear stalk around the outside of the building, communicating to each other with hand signals. A team stacks up outside the door and sets up breaching charges. The explosion goes off, blowing the door in. The troops rush in with weapons drawn. We see 6 priests of the night standing around a mirror in some sort of ritual circle, chanting Baal Zebul, Baal Moloch. The lead soldier yells out, "Stop what you're doing, or we will respond with deadly force." The cultists continue to chant until one of them turns towards the soldiers. The cultist shouts out, "You will not stop what has been put on motion," and takes out a ritual knife, runs towards the soldiers. Soldiers open fire and take out all of the cultists. As the bodies hit the ground, the blood from the bullet wounds starts to seep into the magical runes on the floor, and a blue energy flows through the lines into the mirror that was placed in the middle of the circle. The image on the mirror begins to swirl, and a tall, black armored figure steps out of the mirror. The leader of the soldiers orders the being to get on its knees. The creature smiles an evil smile. "Foolish mortals, you will kneel before the Night Lords, your new rulers." The soldiers open fire on the being, but the bullets mostly glance off of its shiny black armored skin. "Your puny weapons are no match for what is coming. The age of humanity is over," the dark-clad figure says to the soldiers while waving his hands. The guns in the soldiers' hands are transmuted into sand and fall to the ground in piles. We see the outside of the warehouse and hear screams coming from inside. A lone figure walks towards the building. A middle-aged woman walks into the warehouse and surveys the carnage. The bodies of the cultists and the soldiers lay strewn across the room. The armored being is looking at the mirror, deep in thought. "So crazy old Moloch finally decided to enact his grand plan," the woman says. The armored figure turns around with a start, looking at the defenseless old woman walking up to him. "I am sorry, but it looks like you're lost. But your life essence will be useful in my ritual," he says. "I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave here," the old woman says. "I am an avatar of the great King Moloch. Your threats mean nothing to me, you petulant ant. I will savor your fear as I unmake you," the armored figure says as he takes a step towards the woman, black energy coalescing around his hands. We pan outside and see flashes of various colors of energy in the windows of the warehouse. After a few minutes, the flashes stop, and we see a middle-aged woman calmly walking out of the building.
Did she just fucking suck his life force out of him?
Badass.
He just got dunked on.
All right, so you open up the door, and inside you see
A bunch of guys.
you see a bunch of guys sitting at desks. They look up at you, startled by the fact that someone's walking into their office at, like 12:30 at night. But they also really look strange too, because they're dressed in like tactical gear, like they'll have some body armor and stuff like that. But it looks like they were just kind of like sitting there pretending to be people.
Now look, we don't have to fight if we don't have to.
You say that in your growly, snarly Morphous voice.
Yes, I do. Yeah, my Morphous form, which is literally a living weapon. That's what it's called. We don't have to fight unless with weird sharp knife teeth lisp. We don't have to fight if you don't want to. There's always a choice.
I'm like in the middle of pulling out my ID to like be like, hello, yes, hi, we'd like to ask you some questions. And I'm just kind of like, never mind. I put it back in my suit pocket.
We come in peace unless you are assholes.
Wow.
What she said, I guess.
So they just kind of look at you very strangely,
Oh my god, if you guys could just see what we just saw happen in Roll20. The turn order window just popped up.
Oh, cool.
I don't know.
I love that.
Don't pay attention to that.
Don't
that
pay attention
means
to the man
nothing.
behind the curtain.
That's not going to happen. I'm putting it there just in case.
Kev, do I sense evil coming from them?
Yes.
So Lou's gonna look at his hands, like for a second, and then he's gonna look at Joanna. He's gonna tap her on the shoulder, and he's gonna go, "They're bad, and I'm."
Yep, nope. That's why I'm impervious to fire right now. Knock yourself out.
And he takes 2 deep breaths. His eyes go white, and he just you see this blinding flash of light, just like the brightest light you've ever seen. And standing before you is a 6'8" Gregorian form, flame for hair. His eyes are on fire, and these giant, 9-foot wingspan wings flap out and they fold back in. And he just stands there.
All right. So the people that you see there, they're not really reacting, to this weird display. They don't seem to have much of an emotional response to anything that's been going on so far. The one that's closest to you stands up and in a very monotone, emotionless voice says, "You are not supposed to be here. Please leave."
I don't think that's happening at this point. Somebody we need to talk to is here. We're not leaving without them.
Man, do you not have agency?
Sir, don't make me come back with a warrant. That's what I say is I just walk up. Just looking super done. Sir, don't make me come back with a warrant. Let's just make this painless for everybody involved, yeah?
He says the other 3 in the back also stand up, and in unison they say, "You are not supposed to be here. Please leave, or we'll be forced to use force."
Lou takes a step forward and just his eyes flaring up with flames. He looks at each one of them, and then he turns back and he goes, "This is going nowhere." And he opens his hand, and a giant sword of just flame just comes into being as he summons this weapon of his.
That's hot.
Get it? It's hot.
Or I look at him, I'm like,
Ew.
listen, this is either going to continue going on with catchphrases from movies, or you're going to let us in, or we're going to fight. Which one are we doing?
It sounds like it's going to be a fight. They all reach for weapons. They all appear to have some sort of, like a sidearm, a pistol on their belts, and we're going to go into initiative.
Beep, 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 beep.
All right, so combat in the system. A quick overview for everyone watching and people actually playing the game. Initiative is rolled the same exact way it is in D&D, Pathfinder, all those games. D20 plus any bonuses you may have, and whoever rolls the highest goes, and you go through the entire list.
What kind of
Each
bonuses and stuff would go into initiative? For you?
It's just an initiative bonus. In this system, they're very hard to come by. There's probably like 1 or 2 skills that might add a bonus to it. You may also get them from powers or, because of what your class is or something like that. So I honestly don't even know if anyone has any bonuses to initiative.
I
don't seem to.
I
So
have
we
a-
just
a
click on our
whopping plus
click on our
one.
avatar and roll.
Yeah. Let's see if that works. All right, that worked.
Click on your avatar and what?
Yeah, click on your avatar and then click on the initiative on your character sheet.
Woo, look at that. Super good number.
Character
4.
sheet. Basics.
Yes. It's over on the far right hand side.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I rolled mine under combat. That's fine.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, you're y'all rolling really high today.
Excuse me. Shane is going to run across
Oh,
the
shoot.
room and jack them all
I
up with
do.
your 14.
I do apparently have a bonus +1 to my initiative. I didn't roll it on the combat. I rolled it on the basic.
Nice.
Should I re-roll it? I don't know.
No, because it was included. Or wait, no.
Oh,
was it
okay. It
included?
was. That's the one. That's the .1 on the. I think.
So
it's actually a 9.
Yeah, I guess so.
no, Aki's has the +1. Mine has the +1.
But those two don't have +1s.
Yeah, you guys don't have any bonuses, and if you,
No,
I
I'm
think
just
if
good
you,
at it.
okay,
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't matter.
one-
Let's go.
Yeah, it's 1d20 plus 1 plus.
We roll really, really badly.
Hell yeah!
Speak for yourselves.
I think it's just because I'm so done with everything. Like,
No, I specifically meant that Harley and Joanna roll badly.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just like, that's.
Well, also the bad guys didn't roll too great either.
Yeah, I didn't roll.
Except for
that
one of
good.
them.
I didn't
Except
roll
for
that
one
good
of
either.
One dude, yeah.
It's
All
all
right,
it's
so-
all you, Shane and that dude.
So
All right,
the way
y'all.
that
Get
combat
fucked.
the way that combat works is each round is a melee round, which is about 15 seconds worth of combat. Each character has a certain number of attacks they're able to do per melee round. Rules is written. You go through the entire list. Once you hit the bottom, you start again. So if a player character has 4 attacks and the enemy you're fighting has 2, once the enemy runs out of attacks, you pretty much get 2 free attacks.
Huh.
So, everyone's kind of got the same amount. So we're going to do this when I play. Usually in my home games, I don't use that rule. And then once everyone runs out, you roll initiative all over again. So this way, you're not necessarily going to be like, okay, the bad guy went first, then I go, then the bad guy goes. It could completely change depending on what's going on. To attack, you roll to strike. All you have to do is you have to beat the person's defensive roll if they make one. For defense, you could either attempt to parry an attack or dodge an attack. They're self-explanatory. Parry, you use a weapon, something like that, to knock the attack out of the way. You can't parry things like laser blasts, missiles, eldritch beams of pure magical energy, stuff like that. Or you can attempt to dodge. When you dodge, you use one of those actions in your melee round. So it's easy if you have more actions per melee round than another person, you can put them on the defensive and make it so this way they can't attack you back. Because you're able to keep going after them, and if they're trying to dodge out of the way, they have to keep using their actions to dodge. Rules as written, attempting to dodge firearms like bullets and stuff like that is a -10 penalty right off the bat. We're playing this a little more cinematic, so I'm not going to put that negative in here. Because it's just, it's a little more fun to be like, oh, he dodged out of the way, Matrix style. I think that's it for now. When we get down to rolling damage, there's a couple other rules that I'll go over for everyone. But Mr. Private Security number 1 is going to go. So it's this gentleman down here. He stood up, he has his pistol out, and he's going to fire at someone. I'm going to do a quick D4 roll to see who I'm going to shoot at, because I like to be fair. He's a little scared of Harley, so he's going to take a shot with his pistol at Harley.
Scared at the person with just the staff in their hand, like, hey guys, how's it going?
I know I look a little bit weird, but that's
like, we've got a flaming dude on this side, we've got a literal weapon demon on the other side, we've got a done FBI agent, and then we've just got this emo just turned legal. For drinking.
All right, so Harley, do you have a natural AR armor rating on your character?
The AR, where would that be?
It should be on the main.
No, I have nothing in AR. Apparently.
Okay. So, AR stands for armor rating. So the way that it works for armor in the game is if you roll when you attack the person and you actually hit them, if you roll above their armor rating, your attack goes through the armor and hits the person on the inside. If it rolls lower than that and you still hit the person, the armor takes all of the damage and it doesn't hurt the person inside.
I'm about to get real effed up, y'all.
Natural armor rating, the way that I home rule it is, if you roll, under the person's natural armor rating, if they have one, the bullet just kind of, the attack bounces off. Your skin is super strong or something like that. So this way it doesn't, it ends up not hurting the person. So he got a 6 to attack with his pistol. So you can either take the attack or you can attempt to dodge.
I would like to try to dodge, please.
All right, so you roll a d20 and add your dodge bonus if you have one, and you just got to get higher than a 6 or higher.
Okay, hold on. Oh, jeebus. Good thing I have a +9 to dodge because I only rolled a 4, so that's a 13.
All right, so you're able to dodge out of the way. So you kind of, you see the attack coming and you're able to, kind of juke out of the way and bullet hits the wall next to you. Keep that one open. All right, so
Didn't
Shane.
even fucking do anything to you.
Yeah, well, he's got something against you. Doesn't like the way that you walked into.
He doesn't like your Jinko jeans.
He doesn't like your wallet. He doesn't like your
Listen,
wallet.
I know they're about 4 years out of style, but I look good in them, and so I'm going to keep wearing them.
The big flaming dude is like, that was a dick move, man.
All right, Shane, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up on one of these guys. I hope that I have enough movement to go up to this guy up in the front.
Yeah, movement and in combat and stuff like that. Combat in this game is usually not done on a map, but I like to have the the visuals and stuff like that. So there's a speed attribute that everyone has, and then you divide it by the number of melee actions you have, and that's how far you can move. The way I'm playing it is, as long as you're not like, I'm gonna run like 100 yards towards that person and hit them 5 times, like it's okay. So yeah, that you can kind of like vault over the little divider and get over to the person.
Okay, so yeah, I go up to that person, and I would like to use my flurry
Okay.
ability, which gives me a whole bunch of bonuses. So I need to use 10 PPE for it. So it gives me +2 attacks per melee round, and then I
Okay.
also get +1 attack per melee just from my Morphous form. So I should have 3 attacks.
All right. Plus whatever your hand-to-hand combat skill is.
And my hand-to-hand combat skill is let me look and make sure. It is martial arts.
So you should get at least one more from that.
Yeah.
You should probably have at least like 2, maybe even 3 more.
I'm fucking killing them, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna punch him, but at least 4 times.
All right, so that I'm going to say that was your action for now, running over and enacting the ability. But
Okay.
now that you have a ton of extra actions this round, you can, you're going to be able to go in and punch it a bunch.
Okay.
All right.
I will do that. Yeah.
All right,
You're
Harley.
6, apparently.
Cool.
Harley, it is your turn.
Cool. Harley is going to make their way over as well, to see if they can get on the other side of this dude. Here. And they are going to... They have 4 attacks. And I think they want to use their staff on all of them to just knock this guy all over the place.
All right. So you're going to roll the strike.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a weapon proficiency in staff?
My long spear, it doesn't... I do not believe so.
Let me take a look. So in this game, anyone can use pretty much any weapon that they want, but you can pick a proficiency in the weapon that will give you extra bonuses and will allow you to, use it better. So let's check your skills. Yeah, looks like I didn't write it down. So yeah, you'll have so just put that in for you now. So look at that. Now you have bonuses.
Oh,
All right.
thanks.
So the way that this will work is you will add your bonus to strike from your weapon proficiency, your martial arts skill, and whatever you roll. So you get a +2 from your weapon proficiency and a +6 from your martial arts. So you'll roll a d20 and that'll be a +8 total.
+8 total? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go. Hacha! That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Okay, so he's going to attempt to parry it with his arm. All right. What are their bonuses? All right. So you got an 18, you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's able to, move his arm up out of the way and kind of block your blow and, push it off. So this way it doesn't hit him with enough force to actually do any damage. Because I rolled a natural 20.
Boo! Burn that dice.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use that anymore. Just like as a person.
All right.
Wow.
So is this strike number 2?
No, so then we go through everyone, and then
Okay.
we'll keep going. Everyone here, all of you guys have more attacks than the bad guys do, so it'll get to a point where they're not going to do anything, and you're just going to be able to sit there and wail on them.
Cool.
All right, so guy in the back, he's gonna move up a little closer, and let's see. He doesn't like the fact that Shane moved up so aggressively and is, covered in weird spikes and demonic energy. So he's going to try and take a shot with his pistol.
Okay. Can I attempt to parry with an elbow blade?
Sure.
Yeah.
Normally, if you were just a regular human and didn't have like super tough skin, I would say no. But yeah, I'll let you do it. So he got a 19.
Okay, so I just roll plus my to parry.
Yeah, so D20 plus your parry bonus.
Okay. So I know I have a +1 parry bonus in my Morphous form. Is there anything else that would give me any other bonuses to parry?
Your combat skill, if you have your combat skill, should also give you bonuses.
Okay. My combat skill, my hand-to-hand skill.
Yeah, your hand-to-hand skill.
I don't have a rating or a skill next to that.
Under the combat tab.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! I'm sorry.
So you have a +4.
Okay, a +4, and then so +1 for my, or is that including my +1 for my Morphous?
No,
form?
that would be just for your combat skill, your hand-to-hand skill.
Okay, so +1 for my Morphous, and then there's another +2 for my Flurry. So
Yep.
+4 +3, so 7 +7. That's an 18 on the die, so
Yes,
a lot.
so you're able to, you sense the danger coming from behind you, and you turn just as he fires, and you're able to just, like knock the bullet out of the air with one of your, elbow blades.
Fuck yeah.
And then
All right.
she makes a your next bud kind of.
Like, I'm coming for your ass.
Yeah.
Mess with the bull, you get the horn.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of horns, Mr. Pole, it is your turn.
Oh boy. All right.
I think he has the opposite of horns.
Yeah, wings.
I'm the one with horns, tiny baby horns.
Tiny baby horns.
Yeah, they're just like little.
Her Nightbane form hasn't hit puberty yet.
So you, Harley, you're gonna feel like a whoosh of air behind you as Lou flies into the room, and he goes right up to this guy here. And Kev, he's gonna actually, he's gonna telekinetic punch him.
Okay.
So he comes flying in, and he his wings do that kind of flap thing to stop him. And as he stops, he just he brings the fist that's not holding the sword back, and just this energy, it almost looks like the psionic energies are wrapping around and creating like a ball around the fist, and he just boom tries to connect it with the head of whatever this thing is and send it.
All right, give me a strike roll.
Okay.
So it'll be a D20 plus your combat skill.
Yes.
Plus the telekinetic punch power may give you a bonus on top of that also.
Yeah. Let me see. All right, cool. So that's all right. That's a natty 19 plus
Yes.
4. So that's a 23 to hit this guy.
All right, you definitely hit him.
Okay.
So roll me some damage. Damage will be whatever the telekinetic punch
Yeah. This
damage
is
you roll,
nuts.
and your damage bonus that's under combat.
This is freaking nuts. Okay.
Foot.
All right, to give you an idea of the type of damage we're looking at, this is 4d6 plus 36 damage.
Yeah, the damage numbers in this game get insane.
It's ridiculous.
I can basically. There's an attack that I'm gonna bust out at some point between now and next game, that I can just spend PPE to get an extra die, and for every extra die I have, it's just ridiculous. I have so much PPE.
I'm the most normal person in this game, you guys. Just letting you know.
I've got a gun.
I've got a gun, you guys, and a driver's
That's my
license and a
power.
BlackBerry.
That's Joanna's power. Joanna's like superpower is gun.
No, my superpower is working for a branch of the government that hasn't been shut down yet.
So Keb, that's 52 points of damage from this.
All right, so you
Goodbye.
run up, you fly up on this guy, and you punch his head off. The head kind of like collapses, like it was made out of paper mache. And inside the neck, you see like a dinner plate sized bug, like multiple legs, like an armored carapace, comes crawling up out of the neck hole.
Hate it.
Smash it, smash it, smash it!
Ugh.
Is this like aliens, you guys? Is it a face
You
hugger?
recognize this from when you used object read on the bullets.
Yes.
You saw one of these.
Yeah.
Do you have the Lore Nightland skill?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I can roll.
Give me a roll.
Okay.
I think that we have a plus 10% out there for you rolling around. So
that's fine. 71 under 90.
all right. So this is these are known as the Namtar Hollow Men. So pretty much these little bugs create human bodies out of like resin and like crap that they find in the environment, and they'll walk around like as a human. Generally, the way that they've been used in this setting is like your stereotypical man in black that you see in like popular culture. These are these guys, all black suits, sunglasses, the black Ford Taurus, like rolling up on something like, oh no, you didn't see that. That was, you didn't see an alien. That was swamp gas. And then if you're like, no, it really was an alien, then they take you out back and they shoot you. So, yeah, so you figure that it's possible that all of these people here aren't actually humans, that these are these things.
So, Mikal, which is the Althanatos form, looks at this bug and just like sneers, and like flame, like heat just comes out of his nostrils, and he's like, disgusting. You shall be smited. And like,
Smoke?
and just gets, yeah.
We're just
Smoke.
correcting this
Shall
crazy
be
angel
Yes.
creature.
That's what I meant to say. And just and I think that's my first one, right? And now we go through the order.
Well, yeah, then we'll go back around.
Right, got it. So that's it for me. So I go up and I just punch the shell out of this thing, and this bug comes crawling out, and I'm like,
Gross.
All right.
fuck that. Yeah.
As my good lord would say.
As the Lord would say, fuck this.
Truly. I think sometimes he absolutely has to have had.
All right, so it is that thing's turn, and it's gonna jump at you and try and jump on your face and claw at you.
And me?
Yeah, you're standing right there. You just knocked its block off. So
Bring it on!
Shane, in her grody living weapon Morphous form, as soon as she sees that thing do a face hugger, she's like, ew.
All right, so
Gross.
it got an 11 to strike, so you could either attempt to parry it or dodge.
So that 11 is actually a miss of my AR.
Okay, so it jumps up at you and starts clawing at you, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like clawing at this like skin, and like the flames are just.
Yeah, you're just sitting there like pathetic.
Puny bug.
All right, so the Namtar, who's in the human sandwich up here to the north, is going to let's see, what am I going to do?
Ruh-roh.
He's going to try and shoot someone that's next to him. And I'm going to, there it is. I'm going to determine it by a percentile roll. 1 to 50 is Harley, and 51 to 100 will be Shane. And that's a 75, so he's going to try and pop a cap in Shane.
Okay. I will attempt to dodge it because I realized after doing a little mental math between turns, I'm better at dodging. I think.
But it also takes an action to do it.
It takes one of your attacks, yeah.
Okay,
so
never mind.
you might be better at it, but there's also the negative of not being able to act as many times during one round.
Okay, yeah, and I want to punch the heck out of him. Okay, so I will attempt to parry again.
Yeah, you can try and parry. I got a 21.
Okay, my parry. Okay, so it was +3 +4, so +7, right? I remember. That is a natural 20, so 27.
All right, so that's
Damn.
enough. All right, so
Rolling rocks.
Yep.
it's up there, up close. Like you're in striking distance of it, so it's not able to line up the shot very well. So it fires, and you're able to kind of knock the gun away, and the bullet goes off into the ceiling somewhere.
You're in my house now, bitch.
Oh, Kev, I forgot. I have to roll a d20 to see if I take damage from that psychic punch.
Oh, okay.
I have a chance to take a d6 of damage because of
Oh, is he
how
gonna
much...
hurt himself in confusion?
Yeah, because of how
Yes.
much energy I'm using for that kinetic punch. Part of it is it says in the rules, it's you're using so much of your muscles that there's a chance that you're overextending the amount of energy that you have, and that's a 3. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
So that is 4 damage that I take to myself from just freaking punching this guy.
All right, so you hurt yourself a little bit, but I think pretty much almost every one of these characters has bioregeneration, so they just kind of heal every round.
Yeah.
So it's probably not going to make much of a difference to you. So that brings us to Joanna, who's just standing in the back, looking perturbed.
Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to ask you about this earlier. I was going to ask if I could buy some armor, but I figure we'll just say she didn't have a chance to change into her concealed armored vest yet, because I don't want to mess around with it. Joanna's just I think she actually says that, I left my armored suit in my suitcase in my car. Cool. And then with her stupid speed of 315 feet per melee round, I think I can actually run up to this guy over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this slightly short or average height, slightly chubby, very tired looking FBI agent just bounce on over to this guy over here.
Just
and tries to punch him in the kidneys.
all right.
Yeah.
So give me a strike roll.
Strike.
Yes.
That was an 18 on the die, so a 23.
You hit. You definitely hit. I rolled a 2.
Womp womp.
Okay, so that's going to be a 1d4 plus 3d6.
Yeah, so the way, one of the things about this system is some of the attributes are what they call supernatural. So when you have a supernatural physical strength, you do a ton of extra damage when you punch. Normally in this system, a punch is 1d4 damage plus whatever strength damage bonus you may have. When you have a supernatural strength, there's a table that, depending on what the number is, you do a ton of extra damage. So
I punch him in the kidneys for 28 points.
all right, you pretty much punch and you just punch a hole through the skin and everything and stuff like that. It's hollow inside, so you don't really feel anything.
Right.
You might feel a bug leg kind of scratching on you a little bit, but you pull it out and there's just pieces of the body falls to the ground.
I look up at the face because I'm assuming there's going to be a bug creature crawling out of it pretty soon, just from what we saw over here. And I'm like, man, I was really hoping to get a snack tonight, and yet here we are. bugs are not very appetizing.
No, they're not.
And
No
she just
meal
grimaces.
for Joanna.
She just grimaces, and her fangs kind of extend.
All right.
Oh God.
So
Y'all thought she was this dumpy vampire.
all right, so that brings us to the top of the round. So we're going to, since it's getting near wrap-up time, we're going to stop now, and we'll pick this up again in 2 weeks on the 20th.
Yeah.
20th, I
For
believe.
yes, the 20th. So hopefully this will be the end. Hopefully, we'll see.
Hopefully, I love you guys.
Well, this will be the end of this chapter, and then we'll have to, bug the ladies of D&D to let us do this more often. Not that
yeah.
I'm trying to,
Publicly
push
pressure.
anything. No, I'm not.
No
I'm not
public
trying
pressure.
no pressure or anything like that.
Aha,
but,
we figured out what your birthday wish was.
Ah, Jack is.
if you don't tweet at ladies of D&D on Twitter and tell them that they need to, make this a more often thing, don't do that. I'm not saying that.
That would be terrible idea.
That would
Yeah.
be that would be the
So
worst thing.
manipulative.
We would never
Imagine what
recommend
we could do
that.
with more time. Surely
To-
none of you
yeah.
want that.
To develop our characters
And to
and
maybe
learn
talk
more
about things
them.
and
Listen,
maybe do
here's the
things
thing.
other than talk about 2006.
We're gonna need another episode just to actually accomplish the task. Because so far, I'm pretty sure we spent 1.5 out of 2 episodes talking about 2006.
So we just need more time, y'all. Obviously, we
All right. So, once again, tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time, Desert Skies, running a Monster of the Week charity stream. The Hell's Bells
Yeah.
DM Vanessa will be playing the Keeper versus stellar cast of Monster Hunters. Join Aki, Adam Khan, Ali, and 88 Riddles as they investigate a case of missing bones from the local graveyards.
come
All
watch me.
All proceeds benefit Equality Texas, and a donation of any amount will enter you into the raffle to win great prizes from Norse Foundry, Evil Hat Productions, Staff and Branch, 88 Riddles, and more.
It's really going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I'm so excited for this game tomorrow. Like, I'm waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday for this, and I'm excited to do it.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do stuff for my birthday tomorrow, and I'm thinking about, possibly just not doing them and watching the stream. So that shows how dedicated I am.
And I
But,
don't know if it's been blasted in chat yet, but our donation link is already live.
Yes, make those donations.
Yes, it
I don't
just
know.
got posted.
I don't know if that's gotten thrown in there, but it exists.
Yes, this money goes to a very good cause to help kind of stem the tide of the way things are out in the world right now, and any source of good is definitely a good thing. So,
And there's a chance to win prizes. Like,
and
Prizes!
and getting cool stuff is also awesome.
it's also a plus. Not that it's
Yeah.
necessary, but yeah.
I bought a copy of Monster of the Week. I think it's a really good game. It's awesome. I'm working on running a game in the Random Encounters Guild for it. So once again, I'm going to plug that Random Encounters Guild. A link to the Discord was just posted. Hop on in. We've got like 6 or 7 games that are in prep that are, at various stages of, hey, we're going to start doing it. We just got done running Weird Frontiers, which is a Weird West version of Dungeon Crawl Classics.
So
Ned
good.
played. He enjoyed it. It was zany. It was wacky. We killed tons of player characters. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun.
We had the Blazing Saddles soundtrack playing at all
it was-
times.
We just it was a really fun thing, and there's just a ton of cool people in there, so it's definitely a good thing to do. Once again, I am Kevin, the Game Master. I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Mjolnir Press. I want to thank my wonderful cast. I want to thank the people in the background that are helping to run the stream, doing the layouts and stuff like that. If I had to do all this myself, I would be crying in the corner right now. So, the help that I'm getting from those people is amazing. So I'm going to pass it off to the person on my stream, the left, Kelly.
Hi, I actually just made a donation for tomorrow's stream because I will probably be sleeping and or playing Elden Ring. My name is Kelly Dawson. I am part of the ensemble cast for Eric Frankhouse Presents. We just wrapped up Death in Space this past Tuesday, so if you want to get in on the ground floor of Two Gilfs and a Goof, you'll want to watch that entire series.
Oh my god!
Otherwise, Eric. Okay, I'm making someone leave. That's good. That's what I do.
I lost my camera.
So anyway, I don't think we're streaming tabletop for the rest of the month because our GM Eric needs to plot out season 3 of Atlantia, which is starting up again in June. But you can catch him playing video games and whatnot. We might do some other games, just not tabletop. We all need a little bit of a break. Otherwise, you can catch me on the socials, I guess, except I don't really use them anymore. I'm too busy being burned out from work. So that's it.
That was real.
I mean, it is what it is. I used to be really big into Twitter and not so much on Facebook, but like Twitter and Tumblr and things like that. And then partially because of burnout and partially because my work has is highly encouraged to watch what you put on social media. So
Hate that.
well, it makes sense for what I do, or not what I do, but who I work for. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. That's it. That's all. Who's next?
Next, that would be. You know what? I'm going to let Ned talk.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Ned Iannicone. I'm one of the founding members of Critical Fail DM and the Goons. We have a Patreon. We are doing Curse of Strahd currently. We're about a year into Curse of Strahd. It's a great campaign. It's a great group of people. But more importantly, if you're new to D&D or you're new to TTRPGs and you need a community in which you can experiment and figure out how to build a character and to do these sort of things in a safe environment, check out our Patreon. Come on by, see all of the content that we offer and the safe space that we have in our private Discord. And we
Do you
hope to
mean
see you
this
there.
Curse of Strahd?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
They didn't spring for the revamped version.
Nah.
They're-
Okay.
they're
No,
not-
we're using
they're
the
not
second
fancy.
edition version. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not. That's trash.
Wow! Shots
Wow.
fired.
Second edition is trash. 3.5 or nothing. Anyway,
You're going to diss Thaco like that? That's messed up.
next.
I had to
Dude,
play
hot takes.
Thaco. I wouldn't never go back to that.
Okay, next is Halo.
Hi everybody, I'm Halo. You can find me at Heyo Halo on Twitter. That's the only thing I really post on. I am also a one-time DM, a current player of Queer Bee Dragons. You can find us on Twitch and also Twitter. Please follow us. Pretty soon we are getting ready to start up a new campaign at the end of this month or early next month. We are very excited. I'm playing a rabbit that is wrestling with the concept of life for the very first time and is just a general anxiety bean. And that's gonna be real fun for me to play. And also, I'm just very happy to be here. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, and last but not least, Aki.
Hi everyone, I was Harley Pittman tonight, otherwise known as the teenager who, well not teenager, the young adult who really does not know how they ended up here. You can find me on Twitter at Mixgenie in a Bottle, and all of my social, all of my streaming stuff you can find on twitch.tv/ShidariAki. Again, please do not just come and watch me, but watch all of the brilliant people who are going to be sitting at the table tomorrow morning and / afternoon, depending on where you are. Thank you to everybody who's already hit up that link to donate. And I hope you'll join us again tomorrow to watch it. I'm super excited to play with this group. I'm really excited to be kept by Vanessa. I know she's going to be fantastic. But yeah, please do come and join us. That starts at 9 PT, 12 EST.
All right. Well, once again, I wanted to thank everyone for joining me as the players. You know, this. I have a lot of fun watching your reactions to things. You know, like it brings back to those days of me playing with other people at a table. I want to thank all of our viewers for spending some time with us and, you know, going into the weird things that I come up with in my mind. And we'll see everyone in 2 weeks. And have a good day, and make sure that you're here tomorrow at 12 Eastern to watch a monster try and eat some people.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
All right, everyone. Goodbye.
Right,
Have a good
everyone.
night.